I finally got my Steam Deck in, and I absolutely could not resist plugging this into my Fanatec Sim Rig setup, and lo and behold, it actually works just fine in SteamOS. One gigantic exception, but if you really wanted full compatibility, just put Windows on this thing. But I was shocked to have this work at all. Let's get to the chase. What actually works? First of all, the Steam Deck runs the game absolutely no issues. I think I had the FPS limited to 60 FPS, and it basically stayed there the entire time of the run. No real problems. I have the settings all cranked up to kind of what I'm used to from playing on the PC in the background there. And especially on this small screen, everything looks nice and crisp. Again, I highly doubt anybody's actually going to set this up in a similar fashion to this, but if you do, hey, I mean, it works pretty good. Moving on to the steering wheel, this is the one that comes with the GTDD Pro kit, and it works absolutely fine. All the buttons seem to be mappable. The only thing that you aren't going to get, which you're also not going to get in Windows, is the display and rev indicator lights. I have the bass pedals and an additional load cell pedal, and all of those get recognized properly as long as you have it connected directly to the wheelbase and not via USB, which is what I usually do on my Windows setup, but that's no big deal. There is obviously some amount of information going between the wheel and the game, because you do get soft lock, and what soft lock is, if you don't know, it basically limits the amount that you can rotate the wheel to kind of correlate with a particular car. That seems to work no problem. Now that we know what works, let's go ahead and get on to the elephant in the room, and that is there's absolutely zero force feedback. Nothing. If you are used to playing with it, it's going to feel insane playing without it. It's like you're driving on ice. Honestly, I'm not surprised that this is the case. I mean, it's just cool that I can get it to work at all, but of course, having force feedback would be super nice. But at this point, I don't even know what Valve could do to get that working, because I think that's more of a driver kind of thing. A couple of minor things that are also bummers: my eBay special handbrake and H-pattern shifter are also not recognized properly in the game. They get registered as devices. The H-pattern shifter, the mappings are all wrong. I can't map it properly, and the handbrake doesn't even register when I pull it. So that's going to be a no-go. Both of those obviously work just fine in Windows. And that about wraps up the story of this amazing Steam Deck setup. I'll give you a couple other tidbits just because I know some people are curious. This is the GTDD Pro, basically a Fanatec CSL DD mounted on a Next Level Racing FGT Lite cockpit. I did have to kind of design an angle kit to get it properly angled. If you're curious about that, let me know and I'll throw it up on Thingiverse or something. As for the eBay special handbrake and H-pattern shifter, those have been working pretty well for me in Windows. I have it mounted with some crazy system of leftover camera gear that I had, so I might not be able to find the links to that, but I'll do my best. If you have any other questions, please leave it down below and I'll do my best to respond there. See ya.